Are you ever in the mood for something super delicious but easy to make at the same time? Well, I have the perfect thing for you, smoothies. Smoothies were first introduced in South America and they were first called fruit slushes. And they really only started to become popular in the 1990s to early 2000s. Smoothies have a ton of nutrients because the whole fiber from the fruits or even vegetables is lost. I know, right? Vegetables in a smoothie? Gross. You'd be surprised that most of the time you don't really taste them if you have fruit in the smoothie as well. I'm sure many of you have drank or made a smoothie before. They don't take much effort and they don't take long to complete. Smoothies are delicious and a healthy drink that almost everyone enjoys, and the combinations are endless. I've been trying and making smoothies for as long as I can remember, so I would say I'm somewhat of an expert in making smoothies. I usually make a smoothie after working out or if I'm bored just to have as a snack. Today, I will show you the ingredients needed to create a smoothie, how to prepare the smoothie, and how to work a blender, because if you don't know this step, things can turn messy really quickly. Okay, so today I brought some frozen fruit, which is just a mixture of strawberries, blueberries, and cherries. I also brought a banana and water. Some people use ice or yogurt or protein powder, but that's just all I have today. So basically the main ingredients you want is a fruit, liquid, and or ice. And for the fruit and liquid, it's really up to you, and you can choose however and whatever you want of it. And I don't usually use exact measurements, but this is about like 2.5 cups. And it's really up to the person on how much they want to add or however many they want. So, and then to start out your smoothie, you pick all your favorite ingredients. So I have all these here with me. And if you're not really a vegetable person, it's perfect because if you put vegetables in it, you don't really taste the vegetables. So like the smoothies are like the fruit covers up the vegetables and then you're still getting the vegetable nutrients. But I won't be using vegetables today, as you can see, so I'll just be using these. Okay, so now we can start by putting the stuff into the blender. So I usually just start by putting the solids into liquids, but it doesn't matter because you're gonna blend them up anyways. So I just start by throwing it in there. Okay, then I'll cut up my banana. And for bananas, it doesn't really matter if it's a little overripe, it's okay, because you won't really taste all that like brown stuff, I guess. Okay, I'll just cut up my banana and throw it in there. You can really add however many of fruit or whatever you want to it, but I just added bananas and frozen fruit. Then for the water, I usually say put less water in than the fruit because you don't want it to be too liquidy, and for ice, you don't want it to be too icy or be more like a slushy, and you don't really want to have a slushy. So I'd say that's probably good. Okay, and I also have some tip is to start with small increments of water or ice because you can always add more, but you can never take away. And so there's a whole bunch of different types of blenders. Mine's the Ninja blender. I don't know, it has 1,000 watts. That doesn't really matter. But the most important thing to do is make sure you put the cap on, because if you don't, everything would go all over the place and that just wouldn't be good at all. So I'll just explain the buttons. So I just have a power button. Obviously that means to power on the thing. And then the pulse is just when you press it and it just goes like that. So when you take your finger off, that's when it stops. And high is high power, low power. And then single serve is just if you want to put a single serve of, they have little cups on there, but this won't be a single serve. Okay, so I usually start by putting the pulse on just a couple of times just to get it a little bit mixed up. So like that. And then I usually start on the low setting and then go to the high setting. everything is all like mixed up, and it's not really all mixed up yet, so I'll just put it on high again. Okay, so now it looks like it's good to do, and now you can take the power off and take it off. Then you can pour into cups, which I have cups, but you can do that later. And so now you're ready to enjoy. So once you picked out all your ingredients, put them into the blender and blended them, you have a tasty and nutritious smoothie that can now be enjoyed. Today I showed you how to make a smoothie and how effortlessly they are to make. I hope you have learned some new techniques on smoothie making and you can use them the next time you use them. Thank you for listening to my speech.